everybody, Stacy Jenkins here again from Jenkins Forever Farm. So we're still here, we're in quarantine, so we're gonna make the best of it. I've got lots of e-learning videos up my sleeve, so no worries. Today we are going to learn all about pigs. So it's gonna be sort of a two-part. The first part is gonna be education about the pigs, and then later we're gonna read a book with the pigs. So we'll just start with the basic information. So pigs originated from Europe and Asia, and they were actually the first animal to ever be domesticated about 6,000 years ago. They were actually brought to the U.S. in the 1500s. Excuse me, 1539. Rudy's eating my boot. And potbelly pigs, kind of as a pet, really boomed in the 1980s. So pigs, a lot of people don't realize, but pigs' natural lifespan is 15 to 20 years. So when they come and live with a rescue or a sanctuary and live out their natural life, it's a long-term commitment. They also vary in size. Potbelly pet pigs are a little bit smaller. Farm pigs can be up to over 1,000 pounds. So we've got at our farm, we've got a variety. We've got pigs as small as 80 pounds up to about 500 pounds. And Rudy here is probably going to be closer to 600-700 pounds when he's full grown. Right now you can see how big he is, and he's only about 7 to 8 months old. Pigs grow until they're 5 years old. So they can grow, like I said, Rudy is only about 7 or 8 months old, and when he joined us back in the fall, he was only about 35 pounds. So just in a few months, he's already, I would guesstimate him to be about 200 pounds right now. And like I said, by the time, probably this time next year, he'll be 600-700 pounds, and he can grow all the way up until he's 5 years old. So he's got a lot of growing to do left. Pigs, as far as food, are what are called omnivores, which means they eat plants and meat. Here at our farm, they all get a little bit of grain. And just to give you an idea, Poppy, our biggest pig right now, who's approximately 500 pounds, eats the same amount of grain as all 6 of our potbellies combined. So we change their feed based on their weight and what they need. If they seem to be a little bit too heavy, we'll back down, or if they maybe need to gain a little weight, we can increase that. They also, some of them eat hay. Mostly our farm pigs, so Poppy, Rudy, and T-Bone back there laying down, they love to munch on hay. And then they also get fresh fruits and veggies whenever we can. So some of their favorite treats we feed them are bananas, popcorn, and animal crackers. So the last two aren't as healthy, so we don't feed them very often, but just occasionally as a treat. So I brought some bananas out. I thought I would you guys might like to see them eat. A lot of people think that pigs are aggressive animals, but they're actually very gentle and kind if they're raised in the right environment. So let me grab a couple bananas and I'll show you guys. Rudy, do you want a treat? Poppy, you want a banana? Poppy, wake up, girl. Hey. You want to have a banana? Can I have a banana? They're all taking naps right now, so they're a little bit annoyed at me. But here, girl, would you like a banana? Oh, that's a good girl. So you can see how gentle they are. Now she's probably going to want all the bananas because she can see she's a big girl. This is Neron. Can't have all the bananas, girl. So they'll probably wake up from their nap whenever it's treat time. There is a bit of a misconception, oh, sorry girl, that pigs will eat anything. That's not true. Some of the pigs are actually quite picky. When we get vegetables and fruits donated from local grocery stores or just from our supporters, there are pigs that will pick and choose what they do and don't like. So it's kind of funny to see what their preferences are. Let me grab a couple more bananas. I don't want anybody to miss out on a treat. Emmy, here you go, girl. And Wilbur. He didn't get one. Oh, looks like T-Bone's gonna join us. Although he's pretty picky and doesn't typically like bananas, which is kind of strange for a pig. So we'll see. Maybe he'll eat it today. That's a good boy. All right. So they're probably gonna be a little bit more anxious now that they think I have more treats. Hi, girl. All right, so pigs are extremely intelligent. That's something that a lot of people don't know as well. They have the intelligence about a 3-year-old human, and they're also the third smartest animal, just behind the dolphin and the orangutan. So they're actually very intelligent. Some of them learn to walk on leashes. Some are potty trained to use a litter box or to go outside to go potty if they live indoors. Some of them even do tricks like spinning, sitting. Unfortunately, I don't have time to work with these pigs, so they don't do many tricks other than say, give me a treat. So. Some other interesting facts about pigs: they're very fast runners. Even though they are kind of big, heavy animals, they can run really quickly, especially when food is involved. So it's said that an adult pig can run up to 11 miles an hour. So that's pretty fast, a lot faster than I can run. Let's see, what else? Pigs, the big misconception about pigs is that they're dirty animals. Totally not true. They're actually very clean and organized animals. So if they're provided the proper space to live in, they will not poop where they eat or sleep. Most of the pigs here, especially if the weather's nice, they go outside to go to the potty, and then when they come in and it's time to sleep, and you'll probably see this, you can kind of see Bubba back there in the background doing it right now. They will make a bed. Poppy's doing it too. So if they have, sorry, had a little malfunction. So if they have straw or blankets or even tarps, they will use those and manipulate those to make their comfortable bed for themselves. Pigs have really poor eyesight, so whenever we have guests come out, we always tell them, don't put your hand up by the pig's face, because they can't see that well. They'll assume you have a treat and could maybe chomp towards your hand. But they do have a keen sense of smell, so they can use their nose to help find food. And they also have a very strong snout, which helps them to root in the ground. Sometimes when they're rooting, they're doing it just as an activity, and sometimes they're searching for food, and sometimes they're using it to cool off. Because of that, sorry. Pigs do not sweat, so they use the mud to keep themselves cool. So in all the books we've read as children, we see pigs in mud puddles, and that's the reason they do that. It's not because they're dirty. Excuse me. It's because they're trying to cool off. Let's see, what else do we have to tell you? Pigs are herd animals. They're very bonded to each other. They definitely don't do well by themselves. You'll see really quickly when they lay down to take naps or for bedtime, they always lay in pairs or triplets. They love to snuggle with each other, and they love affection from their humans as well. They also communicate a lot. You've probably heard some of the noises that they make. They grunt, they squeal, they oink, they nudge, all of those things. And they can actually squeal up to 130 decibels, which is super loud. And if you've ever been around pigs, you wouldn't doubt it. And that's about the equivalent of a military jet taking off. And if you think I'm kidding, come visit us when this virus is over, and I'll show you. So the biggest issue with pigs right now is it's kind of an epidemic of pet pigs, and there are so many in rescues. The biggest problem is because people are breeding them, and they're not being very honest with the size of the pigs. So you'll often see ads for micro, mini, or teacup pigs. Not true. Do not believe it. It does not exist. A healthy pet pig or potbelly pig is going to average 80 to 150 pounds. Are there pigs that are 50 pounds? Yes, but it's not the norm. So please do not be fooled by those ads. Usually what they're doing is they're either starving the pig, or they're showing you pictures of piglets who are very young and still small. So again, no such thing. We do still use the terminology mini pig because a potbelly is a miniature pig compared to a farm pig. So for instance, Otter back here, he's probably 150 pounds. Well, he's miniature compared to Poppy here at 500 pounds. But he is not micro, he's not a teacup, he's not 30 pounds. It's not true. So please don't fall for that. If you are considering a pet pig, which they are amazing pets, but if you're considering it, the number one thing, first thing you need to do is check your zoning laws. Sorry, having some problems with my phone today. Many pigs end up in rescues because people did not realize or check into it first and realize that it's illegal to have a pig where they live. So please check, because neighbors will call, they'll report you to animal control, and they will come in and confiscate your pig. T-Bone, back here, that's laying right here. He is a farm potbelly cross, and he was pulled from his home because it was illegal for him to live there. So it's really a shame when that happens. Second, if you want a pet pig, please, please, please consider adopting. There's so many amazing pigs at rescues right now, and all of the rescues are over capacity, full of pigs, mostly because of the lie about them staying small. And there are so many benefits to adopting a pig from a sanctuary. For one, you're saving 2 lives. You're taking a pig out of the sanctuary and putting it into a loving home, and then you're making a spot for a second pig to be rescued. Secondly, they'll already be vetted, vaccinated, spayed, neutered. Usually the adoption fees are extremely reasonable compared to a fee from a breeder. And you'll also get to see their personality. And all these rescues are full of pigs. They have piglets and young adults and older adults, so they have a pig for anyone. If you are in Indiana and want to adopt a pig, there are 2 farms that I work with, 2 rescues that are absolutely amazing. Kanda Farm Sanctuary up near Lafayette, or Oinking Acres out in Brownsburg, and I'd be happy to get you in contact with those. If you don't live in Indiana or anywhere near Indiana and you'd like to adopt a pig, please reach out to me and I'd be happy to connect you with a reputable rescue. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you on our next video.